Welcome to July 18th LeetCode Challenge. Reverse nodes in a K group. Given a linked list, reverse nodes of a linked list K at a time. Return this value modified list. K is a positive integer and is less than or equal to the length of the linked list. If the number of nodes is not a multiple of K, then the left out nodes in the end remain the same as it is. Remains as it is. You may not alter the value of the list's node, only the nodes themselves may be changed. So example 1, you're given a linked list in this order, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and k is equal to 2. So every k group, so every two groups, starting from index 0, you want to be able to reverse them. So every two nodes, you want to reverse every two nodes. So it'll be 2, 1, then you reverse 3, 4, so it'll be 4, 3, then the left out node is 5, so that remains as it is. So your resulting output would be 2, 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, and 5. Given a similar example here, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as your starting head node, linked list, I should say, and then you're given k equals 3. So every three groups of node from the beginning gets reversed. So it'll be 3, 2, 1, and so this 4, 5 is not a multiple of k, so it's a left out node. So therefore it stays the same as it is. At the end remain as it is. So here's two other examples here. You're given the head 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and with k equals to 1. So k represents one node, and one node reversed is itself. So therefore, the output is the same node as the head. It's the same linked list as head. Likewise, you have one node, and k is equal to 1, then your output is the same as head. All right, let's see how to go. See some constraints here. Let's see. The number of nodes is listed the size of the range size. Size between 1 to 5,000. The value of the nodes themselves is 0 to 1,000. And k is between 1 to size. Okay, how do you go about solving this? So this is a classic linked list reversal type of question. Just we're doing it in segments instead. We're given this definition here for a linked list. So we have val and next. So we want to be able to, we're going to use this next value, and we're not going to modify val that much. So the first thing we want to do is, let's see. Let's assign some parameters to know that what we're going to aim for. Let's develop a count parameter, count variable. So count equals 0. Assign 0. Then we'll also have a target as well, which is assigned to be head. And then we're going to have we're going to start a while loop. So while target is not empty, it's not none, I should say, not none. While target is not none, and count is not equal to k. Then what we're going to do is reassign target to be target next. And then we're going to increment count by 1. Alright? So basically what we're doing here is we're cycling through each of the node. So we're assigning, we're going to count all the nodes inside, so we're going to assign each of the, we're going to count each of the nodes inside the array, inside the linked list, I should say. Yeah, because we assign target to head, so we're going to iterate through target when it's not none, and when the count is not equal to k, we're going to count each of the nodes inside of head, the linked list. So however, if the count is less than k, then we're going to return the head. And that makes sense because if the count we have, for instance, if the number of nodes inside the linked list is less than k, then we can't, that means that k is not, the linked list is not divisible by k, therefore the leftover nodes, which is the entire array, remains as it is, so we return head the way it is. Alright. That's that. Next, we're going to develop a couple of things here. So we're basically going to do, we're going to reassign pointers and then we're gonna iterate down until we hit our I'm gonna reassign some pointers here. So first thing we're gonna do, we need to define a temp variable called head. We're gonna define result, which is gonna be a resulting array, which is gonna be none. And then we're gonna have let's see, next node, which is gonna be self dot. It's gonna be a recursive function, self dot reverse k group. And we're gonna take in the target, and then we're gonna take in k. And then we're gonna do another while loop here. So while the temp variable, temp is not none, and our count is not 0. What we're gonna do is that we're gonna do a little handshake here. So but first we're gonna define a variable called dummy. It's gonna be a dummy node, and that's gonna be assigned to our temp.next variable. Alright, we're pointing dummy to temp.next. Next thing we're gonna do is do temp.next, or reassign the next variable of temp to result. And what we're gonna do is reassign result to temp. And then we're gonna reassign temp to dummy. Alright. And we're gonna decrement count by 1. Alright, so this is while temp is not none and count is not 0, we're gonna do a whole bunch of pointer reassignments. So first thing we're gonna do is take dummy variable and assign it to temp.next. And then the temp.next is going to be pointing to results. And results is going to be pointed to temp. Temp is going to be pointed to the dummy. So therefore, this is going to allow us to basically reverse the group within the linked list. And after that's done, we're going to do head.next and reassign head.next to our next node. And then we're going to, at the end of this, we want to return a result, which is going to be our our output array result. All right, let's return. Let's just say. All right, let's run this code and hopefully it works. Finish. Looks the same. Submit. All right, so accepted. So basically, these two parts are pretty easy. This is basically counting the target, counting each node in the array, if the count is not equal to k, and this is making sure that the count is within less than k. The return head, that means that k is bigger than the count of greater than the number of nodes in the array, and linked list, I mean. And this one here, we're going to make 3 variables to begin with, and we're going to call it recursively. And then we do a while loop for when temp's not none and count is not equal to 0. We reassign a whole bunch of the parameters to point out, to keep on moving through our linked list and reversing them as well. Time complexity, this would be big O of n, because we have 2 while loops here running in conjunction with each other, and at maximum, big O of n, that means that n is the number of nodes in the linked list. And space complexity would be big O of n as well. Yeah, because it's returning the result, and the result is the number of nodes. Same as linked list, the linked list we were given in, because we're returning the linked list in just reversed, a different order. I mean, read order reversed. All right, that's it. Have a nice day. It's a pretty hard one, actually.